Thank you, and welcome to episode 6 of Pre-War Dreams. My name is Joe. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's watched my previous 5 videos, and I hope I can continue to bring out some good content for you as we enter this holiday season. Tonight's episode is going to be a little bit different. Most of the episodes that I've done previous to this have focused primarily on my baseball collection. But tonight I want to show a little bit different part of my collection. I want to go into some other cards that I collect, some pre-war cards, along with some other vintage cards in different sports. So the first card that I want to show you tonight is a set that I found approximately, I want to say about December of 2022. And I saw this at a show. I ended up buying about 6 of them. This card here is a 1933 Hoadley's Victorian Footballers set. It's a 100 card set. These are primarily for Australian soccer. So it was a dealer had 6 cards from the set. This is one of them here. And I just thought that they looked a lot like vintage baseball tobacco cards, which I was really interested in. So I ended up buying all 6 from them. This is just an example of the cards. But I thought it was just a really rare card and something that I wanted to have in my collection. I kind of went forward from there and found another set that I really liked. And that is the 1938 1939 Churchmen's Association Footballers. This is the first card. His name is Andrew Beatty. He played for Preston North End in England. This is a 100 card set. So in 1938, Churchmen's made Series 1, which was cards 1 through 50. And then in 1939, they came out with Series 2, 51 through 100. Many of you know that I am a minimalist in nature. However, with this particular set, I made an exception. I actually completed the set, I want to say about 6-8 months ago. And I have all 100 cards of this set. And it was just something that I thought was very rare and something unique that I could add to my collection. And I was very happy to do so. I want to say it was probably May or June. Actually, it was end of April of 2023. The last kind of card I wanted to show you as far as during this run is a 1984. This 1984 card is called a Rothmans card of Franz Beckenbauer. Franz Beckenbauer probably goes down as one of the 10 best soccer players in history. And again, adding a little bit to my soccer collection as far as vintage players. I thought this was just a really nice card to add to my collection, and a really nice centered copy of it, which I was very pleased with. I kind of want to turn my attention next to something that, again, that I don't talk a lot about, which is a little bit of my vintage basketball collection. So these 2 cards I got in a lot raw. This is a 1970 Elgin Baylor. And as you can see, there were 2 in the lot, so I bought both of those. These are both I graded on my own, came back in PSA 4s. Very good centered copies. I thought that they looked really, really nice. So I bought them both, had them both graded. Definitely going to keep one of these in my collection. I may use the other one for maybe a trade down the line. But Elgin Baylor is one of probably the 6 or 8 players that I kind of focused on from a vintage standpoint. I would eventually like to go ahead and get also his 61 Fleer as well. along the same lines of that 70-71 set, I was able to pick this card up as well. This is the 1970-71 Oscar Robertson in a BVG 6.5. Again, really nice centering. I thought a really nice copy of the card. I bought these very similar time frame with the Baylor and the Oscar. This would have been May or June of 2023. Again, thought just a really nice copy of it. Sorry about the glare there. I can kind of hold it here a little bit to see a little bit nicer. But again, a really nice copy of it. Probably one of the 15 greatest players to play, along with Elgin Baylor. Wanted to add that to my collection. Growing up, my mom was very influential with me and loved politics. And so it's funny, I actually knew this guy first as a senator as opposed to a basketball player. So when I saw this card, I thought this would be a really nice card to have in my collection, maybe to honor her a little bit. And that's the 1970 Bill Bradley in a PSA 4. Again, very nicely centered card. Very nice corners on it. No creases or anything like that. I thought, again, just a really nice representation of a card and something that would go nice in my collection. And then also around that same time, about a week later, I was kind of on a basketball kick, so I picked up a second year Wes Unseld. Again, 1970 tops. This is in a PSA 7. I think Wes Unseld's a very underrated player. You look at his numbers. He had great numbers throughout his career. And I thought it was just a really nice representation of the card. And a really, really underrated basketball player that I could have in my collection as well. I also have a fair amount of football as well. And two cards that I kind of keyed. I wanted to try to get a rookie or a second year. I wasn't able to do that. But I did buy these two cards. Again, I bought them raw, or the one raw. The other one I bought graded. This is a 1968 Topps Gale Sayers. I know Greg from Midlife Cards talks a lot about Gale Sayers. I kind of echo what he talks about with him. Just a very, very good player. Only played 7 years in the league. But definitely left his mark on the NFL. And I thought it was just a really nice copy. I really don't care PSA graded as a 1. I think it's a really nice card. And then I bought this graded already. This is 1972 Topps in a 5. I think it's GMA. Again, doesn't really matter to me on what the grade is or who graded it. But again, a really nice centered copy of a 72 Topps. Sometimes these can be a little bit tough to grade. But I'm glad to have these two in my collection. Going back to kind of that soccer theme, I'm trying to get, like I said, about 10 of the top players in soccer history. And one of those would be this guy. This is a 1979 crack super football, Diego Maradona. I think Diego Maradona really revolutionized soccer. Kind of took us from, the end of Pele and kind of brought the sport back. Obviously won 2 World Cups. Just a tremendous, tremendous player. The next purchase I made kind of more towards almost the fall of 2023 was this. It's a 1969 Joe Namath. I've looked at a lot of different Joe Namath cards. I don't know if I'm really done getting Joe Namath yet. I may end up buying maybe a couple of more of the cards. I don't know if I'm maybe able to get his 65 rookie, but maybe the Bowman or something along those lines. This is a PSA 5. I just love the color. The 69 Topps is just a great set to me. I love the orange with the green and the white, so it really makes it stand out. think another, I don't know if underrated's the word, but I think another player that I really like to collect is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This is a 1980-81. This is his Topps card, getting 3-player card. I know it's not the Larry Magic Dr. J, but you know, this is a nice representation, I thought, of Kareem. And then in addition to his playing card, I was also able to get this card, again, 1980 Topps. This is his All-Star card for the 79-80 season. Again, I think Kareem is just really underrated, really top 5 basketball player of all time. So really happy to get that into my collection. And then I was also able, after getting the 80-81, I was also able to get the 78-79 Kareem. Again, very clean, very simple card. Really like having it in my collection. Pre-war is so tough to get with football. I've looked at a lot of different things as far as like the Nagurski, 35 Nagurski, and other things like that. A little bit out of my price range. But I think a player, obviously, longest career in NFL history, would be George Blanda. This is his 1955 Bowman. I bought this, I want to say early this year. I want to say it was January or February. And then right after I bought the 55 Bowman, about a month later, I was able to acquire his 58 Topps. I love the yellow with the kind of the orange and the white and the blue of the Bears uniform. I just think it's a really nice representation of the card. You know, a lot of people talk about 79-80 Topps, obviously, for Wayne Gretzky. Don't have that. Probably will never get that. However, I think another player, this is a 4th-year card of him, 80-81, Mike Bossy. Obviously, with the Islanders, won 4 straight Stanley Cups and had a great career. Again, a really, really good football player, or hockey player, excuse me. And then my last 3 cards are just cards that I had graded back last summer. I had all 3 of these raw, just try to keep them in really good shape. This here is just a 1990 Larry Bird. Again, I don't have the 79-80, but I wanted to have at least one Larry Bird in my collection. So I was able to get that graded, try to keep it in nice shape. And then 2 football cards, both Hall of Fame quarterbacks. The first one is 1986 Steve Young. This is a card I actually pulled out of a pack when I was 9. So has a lot of meaning to it. Again, try to keep it really nice. Got a 5, but I think it looks a little nicer than that. And then also that famed 1989 draft class. I do have a 1989 Topps trade at Troy Aikman. Again, card I pulled, kept it nice for all these years, and then got it graded last summer. Really nice part of my collection, and just something that a lot of people don't talk about. You don't see a lot on videos. Again, a Hall of Famer. Just think it was he's a really, really good player. I am going to come out with another video closer to the end of the year. Seems appropriate to do a maybe not a top 50 like a lot I'm seeing on YouTube, but I am going to do a goals video for 2025. As of right now, I am booked. I am going to Strongsville next year in April. I'm not going to the National, so hopefully Strongsville bring me some luck, and I can get a couple of nice cards and hit some of my goal cards that you'll see in my next video. I do want to leave you with this, like I do every video. It's a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. And today is a gift. And that's why we call today a present. Thank you for watching.